Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for coming this evening. I have the honor of introducing our guest speaker. Teraz is MLA from Moncton North. She's the Minister of Justice, active since 1997, having served as the Executive Director and Legal Counsel with the Progressive Conservative Party, and is a member of the National Council of the Conservative Party of Canada.
And the riding of Moncton North, which is a great riding with great people. And I was knocking on doors. I've met wonderful people, some of whom are in the room tonight, who talked to me about the association, the work it did, the on-the-ground work it did. And for me, having been a lawyer representing some youths in youth court, I really understood about the work that needs to be done on the ground. I've worked and seen what an association does. And the association does much more than awareness. It advocates. It advocates for people who, at the end of the day, just want truly to be themselves. And I think what's marvelous about this association, it doesn't advocate for you or advocate for itself, it advocates with you. People working together. And for me, that is really important. We see a lot of things out there. We know a lot about some challenges that are out there, some programs we want to access. We see, but you know, sometimes we just can't get to it. Tonight, I know I'm only one of 55 people that represent you throughout the province. Then, like I was challenged to all work together for a common goal. And at the end of the day, that common goal is that we can all be our true self. I think 25 years is wonderful. I look ahead, we have lots of work still to do. We have programs that are out there, but we need to make sure that the person is what we think about, and that we make sure that that person can be the best that they can be. We, because there's no I in team, the day that we can stop advocating is the day where the true difference is in everybody's life. The true difference is on the ground. Advocating all together for another 25 years, and maybe a shorter time, but I'm sure we can all use each other's energy, we can all use each other's knowledge, life experience, to all work together hand in hand to make sure that every individual here and out there who are struggling have the chance to be who they truly want to be. So that I will be with you all the way.
Our family's journey began with GMACL 24 years ago, when Annie, our first child, was born. And for sure, after the initial shock came all the questions. So I was able to persuade the Executive Director of the National Down Syndrome Society to come to Moncton to give us an information session on Down syndrome. I placed an ad in the transcript. Great big bold letters, information session on Down syndrome, inviting parents, family members, caregivers, workers in the field, interested people, anybody that wanted to come. And the Moncton Hospital kindly gave us a conference room. So I figured, well, the only people that might show up might be our very own supportive family and friends. Well, they did all indeed show up, plus 100 extra other people. They were making changes in all areas of a person's life, from a national level all the way down to the local level. Changing policies, influencing government, empowering parents. They were advocates fighting on behalf of people with mental disabilities, fighting for their rights, to go to school, to work, to live, to socialize alongside their peers. At that time, the top priority with ACL was closing the institutions. And boys, did they do it in New Brunswick. And we had a lot to be proud of. But boys, did my little local Down syndrome chapters seem pretty insignificant in comparison. New Brunswick was the first and only province to implement school integration and make it law with additional needs. And what were my expectations, my dreams, and my goals concerning Anne? They soon found out that my goals, my expectations, and my dreams were no different for her than they were for my other three. And it was such rewarding weeks. Being a teacher myself, I was very proud of the many teachers that took a week out of their holiday to come spend trying to get themselves better, to work with children with disabilities. I have met lots of interesting and knowledgeable and competent people along the way. Traveled all over the country. I attended conferences, gave sessions, but progressively it became a toll on my home life. I was spending more and more time away from my family, and it consumed most of my time and my thoughts. The privilege of working with and watching in action three wonderful, competent, and knowledgeable women. All executive directors of GMACL, Kaylee, Jean Coleman, and Connie Watson-Savoy. Constant in Annie's life. Our family owes them so much, and for that we will always be grateful. Thank you.
That have really happened for us from then till now. So thank you very much